I was legitimately shocked you didn't win at WrestleMania, as I think most people were. And it really, I mean, in a way, it shows the beauty of the WWE in that I think everyone expected you to win. Everyone wanted you to win. You didn't win. People are pissed. But it's sort of, then maybe you sort of understand it a little bit in terms of more of the story. If it doesn't end with you winning, I think, someone's going to go to Stanford and cause a riot. But when you look back on it now, 3 months removed, what do you think of how it all played out?
I feel you have moments in your career where you get stuck in them, whether they're so good or whether they're so low that you get stuck in these moments. It's not unlike if you have a traumatic experience in your personal life. For me, I felt, and I still do, 3 months removed, very stuck in that there was a very long period of time where I was sitting in the ring. I knew I was sitting in the ring and knew I had lost and knew I'm watching people not leave. They're looking at me. They're looking at me and they're either frustrated, they're sad for me, they're mad at me. But you usually see at the end of the night, some people heading for the aisles, they're going to beat traffic, something. We were just stuck. And I knew we were filming me. And I just, in the internal monologue I had when I saw my family at ringside, and then I saw some of the most diehard fans fully decked out in every piece of merch for me they could have possibly bought. The internal monologue was really just telling myself to get up, was to get up. And then I wanted to make a point that I was not going to walk what we call loser lane. I'm going to walk all the way back up this 70-yard ramp. And I want to feel every bit of this loss. Whether you look at what we do is from entertainment standpoint or true sport, however you do, it was a huge loss, huge. And I wanted to feel it all the way because I didn't want to go, see my wife afterwards and just be destroyed or distraught or in a bad mood or have some tantrum. I wanted it all to happen right then and there. Just take it in, feel it. Look everyone in the eyes that you possibly can. That was a big thing for me. I was trying to look as many people in the eyes as I possibly could in my best way of saying to them, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And I had to mentally prepare for the amount of, oh my gosh, but you main evented WrestleMania. Oh, dude, you main evented WrestleMania. I kept hearing you already won. And I wanted, even some of my close friends, I wanted just to jab right in the jaw. Like, no. All I found out from main eventing at WrestleMania is I want to do it again and I have to win. Like it's a sickness, like
right.
You got this high and for it to go like that, it's just, I can't accept it. I can't allow it. And then my world filled up right next day. I jump into the thing with Brock Lesnar. So again, I feel like I'm stuck. I'm stuck there. I'd love SummerSlam to be the moment that's like, hey, moving forward, hopefully defeating Brock Lesnar, moving forward, and without saying anything. Without doing the old this little number around the waist, let them know the thing I came back for, we're still on the path. We're still on the path, and I want to be confident about it in the best of ways because he rode with me all the way to WrestleMania in Los Angeles, and hopefully they can ride with me to wherever it is and wherever we go next.
Were you surprised at all about how surprised the WWE universe was that you did not win the belt that night? Because people were legitimately shocked and pissed.
I was surprised at how pissed people were.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that a lot of managerial people in the company reached out to me, checking on me, and also reached out to me to let me know, like, don't go online. Don't go online. And I didn't even think to go. That's such an incredibly busy week. There's so many emotions in that experience. I got my family with me at the time. I've lost in front of them, which is another level of embarrassment. I didn't even think to go online, but just the fact that they were preparing me and like battening down the hatches for this is shaky. People are really frustrated. Was that surprised me? That surprised me a lot.
Well, there's one of the, it's funny because you mentioned there's the entertainment side and then there's the sports side and there's also the business side of it. So then I was, I had you on the podcast that night and I love the interviews. I'm like, it'd be so great. Let this guy, complete the story. That's what everyone wanted to see. So I was pissed off after too. And then I realized, and I'm a huge Roman guy because he's been good to me on the pod. But then I realized the WWE does have this thing going with the bloodline storyline that is, to say it's successful would be a huge understatement. I think we all know what it's done for the business. So I get from that standpoint why they want to ride that out a little more. But like I said, it's better end at some point with you getting a 1, 2, 3 on Roman. As much as I do like Roman too, but you got to get your turn here.
I've enjoyed watching what the Bloodline is doing. And I talked to Roman in the ring face to face. I believe it was the week before WrestleMania. And I now look back at that interview and feel like I am some sort of fortune teller because everything I said in it, minus me beating him, has happened in terms of the cascade of events that have fallen apart with the actual Bloodline. And Paul Heyman gets super kicked the other day. It's just all collapsing right in front of us for our viewing pleasure. I will say the thing I probably took the most offense to is I believe Roman did an interview, a press conference after where he said, we're only in the third inning here. Something like that. We're talking about the story and we're only in the third inning. And I thought, yeah, your third inning. Your third inning. The world of the WWE world does not directly revolve around you. For a while it did. It did. But we're in this period now where things are popping off left and right. I wasn't in the third inning. I felt like that was the bottom of the ninth for me. And hey, maybe there was some wisdom to what he said, but yeah, that was I don't even know how to describe it. Just the feeling of loss was the largest I'd ever felt in my career. And then the feeling of what do you do? Like, that's why I just kept wanting to look people in the eyes and communicate to them the best that I could. It's going to be okay.